What's up, guys? I'm back again, once again, and it's been a few days since my last update, and I decided to make an update again because we are more focused on the Atlantic now. We're watching Invest 97L, this is from the AA, from, speak, 8 a.m. advisory for today, August 2nd, 2016. Has has an 80% chance in the next 48 hours and a 90% chance of development in the next 5 days. So when you see high percentages in the next 48 hours and for the next 5 days, when you see red X's in these two areas that we gotta watch, it means it could develop this thing could develop as soon as today. As soon as this afternoon, we could be seeing Earl developing. Also in the Eastern Pacific, we have Horward. I think it's storm number 8 for the Eastern Pacific. And Invest 91E right here has a 50% chance in the next 48 hours and a 90% chance in the next 5 days. We'll be watching the Atlantic more as time goes on. Here's Horward. I'll be talking about that today. Here are the forecast points, and yeah, here it is. Why this thing will not be strengthening into a hurricane. This is why. This is because it may be running into dry air because of the high pressures in the North Pacific. And when you see that kind of a pattern, it tends to force storms to weaken as they move out to sea in the Eastern Pacific. And yeah, we do have these, as I show you, here are the forecast points. As you can see here, it takes it off in the northwest until it weakens into a named storm. And the SSTs are really starting to cool down as this thing starts to move north in this direction. The only thing, here's the cone from the National Hurricane Center. You can see here, it looks like it's heading towards Hawaii. If it does threaten Hawaii, just like Darby did, like 2 weeks ago, it'll stay north of Hawaii. It could be as soon as Sunday morning. It could be gone. Post-tropical, maybe 35 knots, maybe 20 to 30 knots. That's like a weak storm. Post-tropical. Its winds are at 60 miles per hour. It's moving west northwest at 15 miles per hour. As you can see here, weakening could start as soon as this afternoon. So we'll be watching this. And there's one more storm that I wanted to tell you about. Here is Typhoon Nida. It made landfall yesterday. And it's still a category 1. Look at this. The center of the storm, I think it's right here, but today it's a tropical storm. It made landfall in Hong Kong. Hong Kong was right in the bullseye of this thing. And this is the Western Pacific. This is Typhoon Nida in the Western Pacific. It has 70, or I think it may be weakening. It was a hurricane earlier this morning. Look at this. Look how much it weakened. And now it's like, I think it's a 50 or 60 mile per hour tropical storm. And as soon as tonight, it could be gone, because this is what's left of Nilda. Yeah, it could become a remnant low as early as tonight, and the entire thing may be gone by tomorrow. So yeah, Hong Kong was blasted with heavy rain. Maybe a foot of rain fell. That's what I think. I did not make any updates with this. If there's a typhoon in the Western Pacific, is it possible that I could make an update about that? And here is, where is that? Here, okay, here's 97L. Okay, here's Invest 97L. And here are the forecast points. Okay, no points are available because And the hurricane hunters, where are the hurricane hunters? The hurricane hunters are right in here investigating the storm. Where are they? And the storm is pretty. Yeah, there are easterlies. Yeah, there are winds from this direction pushing the storm off to the west. But the only problem is there are no westerlies to make the circulation. So yeah, that's a little bit of a problem. A lot of people, and yeah, there's this. The center of the storm could be right about here, as of today. But I've seen nothing. Invest 97 now. And the next advisory is 11 a.m., which is already 11 a.m. as you can see here, the clock here. So I'll check it. I'll make an update on that tomorrow, as you can see here. Okay, so the main focus is here. There are no warnings up. It just struck Hispaniola. 6 deaths already. And Jamaica is next, as you can see here. Already heavy rains from this storm. Be heading westward, because the Western Pacific, not the Western Pacific, the Western Caribbean may be more favorable. Could be likely become a tropical storm as there, because in the Western Caribbean the trade winds slow down. So even the Southern Caribbean, the trade winds are slower in the Central Caribbean. The trade winds are much faster, and by the time you get to this area of today, we could see slower trade winds, and this thing might be developing into something. And some models today are actually showing it heading towards hurricane strength. And yeah, it does show that. It does show that. But this is something to watch for the next 5 days. As soon as today, it'll be so something to watch. It's very uncertain, but we'll be keeping an eye on it. And some of these models take it to hurricane intensity. Look at this, Cat 1 intensity. And most of them take it to tropical storm status. It isn't tropical storm status, but the hurricane hunters are in there. So we'll be keeping an update on that. Okay, you know what? Let me check the. Yeah, you know what? Wait, what? Special message. No, ignore that. And yeah, there is not. Yeah, 90% chance we could be seeing the name storm as early as today. This is something to watch. And as you can see here, tropical storm Earl could be on the horizon as deadly system develops. And yeah, that is true, because it was responsible of 6 deaths in the Pacific, in Hispaniola. Of course, Hispaniola. And here are the models. Yesterday it was showing a lot of models staying south. And look at them. Most of them now take them in the Bay of Campeche. Some of them take it into the Gulf of Mexico and striking northwest Mexico. But the main focus is down here. Benji, whatever the Yucatan Peninsula may be hit hard by this system, as you know it. We may be keeping an eye on it to see if it develops. It'll be heading westward in the next few days. And by the time it's in this area of the world, it could redevelop or re-strengthen again and make landfall in Mexico. But some of the models take it. One model takes it to Texas, but that's an outlier. And what's focus is down here in the Mexico area. If we do get another system, that's something to watch too. For example, 97L. The last time we had a system in the Atlantic was Danielle, that developed in the Yucatan Peninsula, Western Caribbean. Then it moved over here because of land reaction Then it redeveloped out here and made landfall south in the Gay Campeche south, somewhere around here.